Do you want to land commercial cleaning clients without underbidding? Well, then you're not going to want to miss this video because I'm going to give you 3 tips to do that very thing coming up next. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike Mack from thejanitorialentrepreneur.com, and I help people start, grow, and automate wildly profitable office cleaning businesses. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 tips that have led to my office cleaning business growing beyond belief, filled with dream clients, and we were never, ever the lowest bid. But first, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I put out new videos just like this every single Friday, and you want those notification bells on just so YouTube lets you know in advance, because sometimes they just won't let you know, and then you're not going to get this goodness. You're not going to get the good stuff. Also, stick around to the end because I put together a little bonus for you, but you got to wait till the end to get it. So you're not going to want to miss that. Okay, let's get right into it. So, for some of you know and some of you don't, our first office cleaning business was actually a franchise. And we didn't really get say over who our clients were or how much the bids were for each account. It's kind of one of those things where you'd get a phone call from a rep and it would say, hey, there's a 3-day-a-week account about 35 minutes away from you. It's a general office and the number is, let's say, 925. You really aren't able to go see it first because if you pass, then they have to show other people to it. And you can understand their point of view because it's like if they take us on a walkthrough, they're taking a business owner away from doing their thing to show us around. And if I pass on the account as a franchisee, then the franchise has to find another franchisee and then keep pulling that business owner away from their work to keep showing us around. So they want to avoid that, and the way they do that is by saying, hey, listen, we can give you as much information as you need, take it or leave it. Oftentimes we took it because we wanted to grow, and we did. But the thing is we started realizing over time that because they weren't very specific on who they worked with, they knew that ultimately they would hand the account off, and then it would be the franchisee's job to deal with this client. So they weren't interested in nightmare clients versus dream clients, ideal clients versus not ideal clients. They weren't thinking in those terms, and I don't blame them. But at the end of the day, it's you that have to deal with those clients. And just like they weren't thinking long term about you giving pay raises or being able to give more than minimum wage to your employees for those accounts, they weren't thinking in those terms. They were hitmen. They went out there, they saw an account, they took that account down. Bang! They weren't worried about the other stuff because that's, as the franchisee, that's what we would have to worry about. And over time, like I said, that starts piling up, and then you start seeing like, wait, I have plenty of clients, but most of them make us miserable, and we're not able to keep great cleaners because our profit margins are so thin as it is that if we possibly pay any more, then we're actually going to be close to losing money on accounts. And you don't get into business to lose money. I mean, that's just not the thing. So we broke away from that. And then when we started our office cleaning business, we had that in mind, that we need ideal clients, and underbidding never works. But in the beginning, you just want to get started, and we were less picky. We're extremely picky now, but in the very beginning, we were much less picky. And we got mostly good clients, but then some bad clients would sneak in. And then when they did, we ultimately felt like how we did in the franchise days. The bottom line is you need to stop making concessions, because when we did, and when we started applying the 3 things that you're going to learn in this video, that's when things started to completely change, and that's when our office cleaning business. Okay, so let's get into the tips. Tip number 1, you need to go against the grain, okay? You need to do the opposite of what your competition's doing. An example, cold calling. If you're new to my channel, I tend to hammer on cold calling quite a bit. Now, it's not to say it doesn't work, but one, We were miserable doing it. I think a lot of people who do it are miserable, and they try to pretend that they're not. But it does work. There's no doubt about it. But the thing is when you cold call, that will lead to ideal clients. At least it'll very rarely lead to ideal clients. Why do you say that? Because when you're cold calling, you're hitting a stranger up that you don't know, they're not expecting your call, you don't even know if they need cleaning, you don't know if their office is big enough, you don't know any of those things. You're just hitting, you're pounding the phones, and you're trying to make new business. It's undoubtedly, like, if you do it enough, that's why I always say it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. It is a numbers game. But the thing is let's say you make 150 phone calls, set up 5 meetings, and close 1 of those meetings. That's not guaranteed to be an ideal client. I mean, in all likelihood, that's going to be a bad client. Why do I say that? When you cold call, you're not the only one in the area cold calling. So that gives you no advantage over the other cleaning businesses with your potential client. So what is the advantage if you have no advantage? Well, it's to be the cheapest bid. And now you see a lot of people go down that path, and maybe you've gone down that path. We definitely have at one point, and we did with the franchise life. We've seen what that was like. Constantly underbidding. You know, it's like, oh God, here's the number. Let's say it's 3 days a week, it should be $1,500. But let's say you want it to be $1,500. But you're cold calling. So somebody comes in and they're like, well, I'll do it for 12. And then you get called and say, hey, I'll do it for 12. And then you're like, oh, I'll do it for $11.50. Okay. So anyway, it should be 15, but let's say you got it at $11.50. I mean, come on. You're eating into something there. You're eating into your profits. You're eating to what you can max pay a cleaner to do. It's just, for that alone, it just does not work. So instead, you need to do the opposite, okay? You need to think more attraction than sales. That's a lot of what we teach in our free Facebook group. It's the passive unicorn method, because it really is about making yourself a unicorn, being different. If they're cold calling, do the opposite, you know? If they're, whatever they're doing is cold, go warm. Figure out how to get warm in there. And that's what you want to do, is you want to be the opposite. You want to stick out to them. You want to be a unicorn. There's a bunch of horses. Be the unicorn. Be the opposite. Do not cold call. Tip number 2. It's not about you. What do I mean? A lot of people's marketing is very similar in that it's my company this, my company that, my cleaning business we've been doing business for 30 years, or my cleaning business is the go-to cleaning business in all this area. Me. That does not work anymore, because everybody is doing it. So again, you're not going to have any strategic advantage if you sound like everyone else. So now, this is something I actually learned from reading, a bunch of books, but one in particular was this book by Donald Miller, Building a Story Brand. I'll put the link down low. This book is great because it's about clarifying your message so customers will listen. I mean, a couple of cornerstone ideas with this book is about keeping your marketing extremely simple, because he says, Donald Miller, great book, highly recommend reading it. He says, when you confuse, you lose. Another thing he also says in this book is your marketing shouldn't be about you. It should be about how I can take care of you. How we'll take your problems away. We'll do this. It's all about you. It's you. It's you. It's clean you can count on, not we're the best cleaners. You know what I mean? So it's things like that that really, again, separates you, helps you be that unicorn in your area, separates you from your competition, so you don't have to underbid. Underbidding will never work, okay? So I highly recommend this book. Tip number 3, positioning is everything. Now, part of 2 and 3, they go very, like, it's pretty hand in hand. You need to position yourself as an expert, right? You need to position yourself as somebody who knows what they're talking about, knows what they're doing. You want to inspire confidence in commercial cleaning clients, any clients in general. It's like if you went to your doctor and said, hey, I'm a little nervous about the surgery. And then the doctor's just like, Me too. I'm extremely nervous about this surgery. How comfortable would you feel? You wouldn't feel comfortable at all, right? You're going to a doctor because the doctor is an expert, right? You're going to somebody who's an expert to fix your problem. And there's no difference with cleaning. You want experts in your space, do you not? Do you want the type of client that has to tell your cleaners what to do and then you don't know? You're just like, I don't know, tell us what to use, tell us what to do. You're not an expert there. You're basically an employee. And because you're an employee, they have to worry about you, or they have to basically run your cleaning operation for you. Does that sound like an expert? No. If anything, that type of company deserves to come in at the lowest bid, because you're not bringing anything. You're not an expert. There's nothing that tells that potential client that you got it under control. And because of that, you're going to have to underbid. You're going to have to underbid to compete because there's nothing special about you. Okay? But you see, if you position yourself correctly, you won't run into that problem. People will be willing to pay you more because you're an expert. This is why we pay specialty doctors more than regular doctors. Doesn't mean they're not necessarily better, but they're better at that thing. You know, the heart surgeon is better at understanding hearts than a general doctor. Same way. So it's like you're going to pay more to see a specialist. Be a specialist. Take this seriously. Conclusion, in a world where everybody is trying to conform or trying to be like everybody else, I want to inspire you to be completely different. Be completely different of everybody else. Set yourself apart from other cleaning businesses, and then guess what? You won't be paid like everybody else. We are never the lowest bid. My office cleaning business proudly will never be the lowest bid ever. It won't happen. You know why? Because let's say there are 9 other people bidding on the exact same space. Right off the bat. If it's just about money, we let them know early on, good luck, probably see you in 6 months. We don't say that part, but we say that internally to our crew and our staff, like, we'll get them in 6 months. Because they'll have to learn that valuable lesson. But a lot of people already understand that lesson. They don't want to change cleaning crews in 6 months. So they're going to want to make the best decision for their business right now. Okay? But for the people who are like, this is about, I just need this problem solved, it's very important. We run a very high-end office, a very high-end dealership, a very high-end commercial building. We need this place to look great. We need this place to give off confidence to people who are coming in that this place is disinfected. I mean, it's a pandemic after all. And we never have to think about it. I want our people to feel safe. We want us to feel safe. We want us to feel confident and feel like our money's going to a problem being solved. And of course, that cleaning is impeccable. Don't be afraid to be different. Stick out. That is your way to blow past everybody. And then that's what we did. And that's what made it easy. And that's where it became, we're not competing with anybody anymore. At least it doesn't feel like it. So apply these 3 tips, and I promise you, you will see an unrecognizable difference with your business. Okay, well, that's it for these tips. That's it for this video. If you haven't already, hit the like button or leave a comment. Let me know where you are in your cleaning business, or any specific questions or anything you'd like a video on. We could definitely do that. Again, be sure to subscribe. And oh yeah, I think I owe you a bonus. Well, I made a bonus especially for you, especially if you're starting out or getting started. It's called 3 Secrets to Build a Hyper-Profitable Office Cleaning Business Without Cleaning. Now, a lot of people start cleaning businesses, and there are good right ways to do things and wrong ways to do that. But one common mistake is people constantly get stuck doing the cleaning. Okay, well, this is a little cheat sheet that's going to help you avoid that, and it's yours absolutely for free. You can click the link below to get your free copy, but this is good stuff. It's just, there's no pictures or anything. It's just right to the point. Check it out. It's yours. Okay, bonus number 2, because this is the channel for over-delivering. I have a free Facebook group. It's called 0 to 6 Figures with an Office Cleaning Business. That's like day-to-day access to myself and a couple team members, and there's like a great place to get your questions answered on a daily. But if you join soon, I put up a free training in that group where we go over the 4 stages of starting, growing, and automating your office cleaning business, a wildly profitable office cleaning business. There are 4 stages. There are wrong ways and there's right ways. In that training, I go over the wrong ways and the right ways to put you in the best possible position to get your train moving, your cleaning train moving. Okay, so you can click the link below. You could also go right to the Facebook group to claim your free training. You're gonna wanna miss that. That won't be available for long, so jump in there. All right, so I hope to see you soon. But if I don't, I'll see you Friday, right? I will see you Friday. Hello. Peace out.